starting a challenge from the owner. Debbie herself from DIY Paint has challenged her retailers to take an 8-ounce jar of paint. I've chosen Farm Fresh. I love this color. And we are going to see how many things we can paint with this one 8-ounce jar of paint. We're gonna see how much of this and the rest of the stuff that I got on my table I can paint with 1/8.
Let's get to it, shall we? I am just beginning to put one quick coat of paint on each of my objects. I started off with 16, but eventually I added to my pile because the paint was going so far. Here it looks like it only took a couple of minutes to paint all this stuff. It actually took a couple of hours. Everything got a second coat of paint after the first coat was dry. And that's it. We are out of paint, and I painted 21 things with one jar. Headed back into the city for day 2, only to find a crane blocking my way again.
This is one of the pieces that I painted in the challenge. I only painted the star because it was red, white, and blue. So I'm repurposing something I did for the 4th of July. I wet distressed it, and now I am just applying clear wax. Hey there. We're going to wet distress the stuff that I painted yesterday. To wet distress them. So we're going to take this and we're going to spray it with water. Yeah, that's how I do it. And then I take an old paper towel. Use Bounty or something that doesn't fall apart, or a t-shirt. Did I mention it's like 90 degrees in here? I mean, it's not 90, but it feels like 1,000,000 degrees in here. And we're just gonna rub it. And we're gonna rub it until you see the wood coming through the paint.
I've been forgetting to wash out my paintbrushes the same day and then finding them rock hard the next day.
You can also use sandpaper. Just a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of water with my Mr. bottle. And we have a nicely distressed little wooden trinket bowl. And after it dries again, we will take this and we'll clear wax it. So voila. Let's pan this camera down for the next one. Did I mention I forgot to read the full list of the challenge expectations, is what I'm going to call it, because they're not rules, you know. I don't think we win anything for doing this. This is like a personal challenge. It's like, yeah, do this. It'll be good. I did not read the full list until after yesterday when I painted all this stuff. Then I decided to read, make sure I did everything. It's like, you got this. No, you don't. And then I read that it has to be staged. I have to put a picture of me holding a jar of paint. in the thumbnail. I already made my thumbnail. I'm not holding a jar of paint. So now I have to make my thumbnail again. So let's get back to distressing. Gonna wet distress, wet distress. Sally Sue, the news is I'm not professional. I'm here winging it just like everybody else. And this is Jack, my official soapbox derby car driver. Time to wax the baskets. You know, like, and I can tell that it's 1,000,000 degrees in the store today because my wax is, you know, not I mean, it's super melty.
Crane Day 4.
This is Norman. He's the most interesting man in the West Bottoms.
All done. Now we have to stage it. I gotta dismantle this display first before I can stage all the things that I painted. It's a never-ending cycle in the store. It's 90% standing back and looking at what you've done and then changing your mind again, over and over again.
I hope you enjoyed watching the 8-ounce paint challenge. I challenge you to get yourself an 8-ounce jar of DIY paint and go paint all the things and see if you can make a little side hustle out of it. And it's gonna die, my battery is sucking. If you're in the Kansas City area, you can get your DIY paint in the West Bottoms at Ugly Glass & Company. It is our store. We're open Fridays and Saturdays. Or we have a booth at Merchant Square in Independence. They're open every day, 10 to 8. They're on 39th Street, right next door to Target. You can't miss it. Or you can come in here. I've got a bigger variety here. You can pick my brain because I'll be here. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.